Welcome back. My name is John Denton, aka JD the Prophet, aka Smash Reyes, aka all sorts of other nonsense. Welcome back to the Prophet Studios, aka the Conservatory. As promised, I'm back with a weekly album reaction, and it had to be. It absolutely had to be. From the dozens of comments, from the poll that I put up on the community feed on the channel, it had to be the man himself, Travis Scott, and RODEO. Now, again, like with the XXXTentacion 17 reaction, I have heard at least one track off this album. I've heard 90210, it's the first ever Travis Scott song I ever heard. You can see that reaction over on Rock Reacts. We'll still cover it here. Anyway, let's get on with it. Travis Scott, RODEO, as promised, kicking off with a Pornography.
9 light years away, just outside of the Kepler solar system, we find ourselves consumed and utterly mesmerized.
Yeah, straight away. I've heard enough Travis to recognise the sound straight away. I'm just in that. Don't know what the intro is all about, but whatever. Yeah, just that kind of like spacey, proggy, weird wall of sound, whatever you want to call it. The production's just crazy. Again, I can understand why people might be put off again by the autotune. I think originally I probably was, not from his music, but just generally I couldn't hackle anything. I couldn't hack anything with autotune, but I don't know. He's completely changed my whole perspective on that and the way he uses it as an instrument. I'm not saying anything new, but that's how he's made me feel in the 6-7 tracks of his that I've heard.
Living like a Bronco, lifestyle wild and untamed. Sits at the top, long as no name. Misfits can't wait to get a chance to say fuck you to the ones who said fuck you till you doing your thing. Codeine, cocaine, cocktail. Who leaves the show?
Okay, so this does feel like it feels like an intro song. It feels like, okay, we're going to be taking on a journey by Travis here. Every song of his I've heard has been very transportive. It takes you somewhere. This again, into a fucked up relationship. I mean, it's again, I'm not saying anything hugely new here, I don't think, but a really intriguing start. One thing though, I'm listening on OK speakers in here, but I think normally on Rock Reacts, because there's two of us, we don't want to use headphones because we'd lose the interaction between us, but I think it's just me. So I'm going to switch it. Hopefully everything will sync up alright. I think I've synced my OBS alright. Anyway, I'm going to go on headphones and capture desktop audio.
Wake up, nigga. Gotta get the cake up, nigga. Niggas in the bushes in the farms. Mike gotta rake up a nigga.
Yeah, this is brilliant. Like I said, it may start somewhere, but you never know where it's going to end up. And here we are. Yeah, I've never done it with headphones before, so I'm going to have to make sure I'm not shouting if I talk over the music. I'll probably just make sure I pause it. This is way more, almost, I was going to say traditional hip-hop, but like he's rapping. Sometimes he doesn't, in the tracks I've heard, he doesn't rap that much. But yeah, he's just coming with fire. It sounds like it's just a fire hip-hop track, but with that crazy production. But where it came from? Dude, I'm kind of nervous. I'm going to be honest, an hour 15? Like, wait. Okay, just keep going, I guess.
Cause my mind too outlandish. We gon' rule the world, we gon' rule the world, we gon' rule the world.
There was more going on in that opening track than there are in some whole albums. Alright, I'm just gonna strap in on my this side featuring Quaver. Let's go. Let's go.
I've been up for a long time. Oh my. Broad day, I've been popping pills, pouring syrup every day. Cause I'm hanging at my auntie house. Bendo, selling I got shooters dressed in camo. I'm on a flight now. Yeah. Oh my, LA at another couch now. Oh my, I'm counting up nothing but Benjamins right now. Money. Oh my.
What the hell am I supposed to do with this album? Is it going to be like this the whole time? Is it going to be this standard the whole time? This video is going to be 72 hours long. Alright. So this is where most songs would end. But again, we could have multiple songs left in this track, especially with another 3 minutes to go.
Decide. Made a lot of money on this side, lost a lot of money on this side. Had my first kiss on this side, learned a lot of shit about this side. Lately I've been thinking about this side, really miss the feeling of the late nights. Shit we used to do around midnight, hanging on the corner, had shit tight. Doing all the drugs, had to get right.
Flipping the bricks on this side, I made it out the hood, I'm on the other side. All my niggas on this side, keep it 100 on this side. Love to get money on this side.
I just can't believe that there's this. I mean, this is weird experimental music in so many ways, but I've said this on other videos of his that I've done. It's beyond cool. It's beyond cool. I mean, it makes you feel like a gangster, makes you feel like a rock star, makes you feel like a superstar while you're listening to it. But yeah, it's weird and trippy and odd, transportative as hell, as I so often say. I mean, what is this music? Like, what is it? How is it so popular? I understand why it's so popular because it's fucking amazing. But how did this get so popular? How did they even think of this? This to me is it is genius. It is genius music. It's truly original. I'm sure he has his own inspirations and whatnot, but in terms of creating a whole atmosphere and sound, I mean, this guy's in this world is peerless, man. I've never heard anything like it. I've never heard anything like this guy's music. 2 tracks in, we're not even finished this track yet. 2 tracks in, I'm already kind of mind blown. And I noticed the next track is 7 minutes 42 seconds. Okay, that's going to be a long one.
This a life I was living. Whoa. Graduated to $1 million. Whoa. This the money that I'm getting. Whoa. That's how we do it on.
Decide. Always decide. Decide. That's right.
Turn into some like 80s pop tune in the background. I mean, I have no idea what they're talking about really. I mean, apart from the old line. It doesn't matter. It's just his mood, his vibe, his attitude, you know. I'm strapped in now. 7 minutes 42, featuring Future and 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz. 3,500, 3,500, 3,500. Don't know.
Only real niggas keep you flow. Only true niggas I know. Only true niggas I know. Ladies order up the champagne, a whole lot of it. Painkillers ain't got back pain, or you gotta love it. Things out of NY, they in my hallways, I got a lobby of them.
The music, it expands and contracts. It's like, this bit sounds so wide, like I need to lean back to even get my hands in. And it sounds that there's space all around him, he has room to breathe and rap, but there are other parts in the songs that we've heard already where it contracts and it feels tight and claustrophobic. And the way that he plays, assuming Travis has also produced all this and created all the music, that's kind of what I'm assuming. Again, tell me if I'm wrong. The way that he can manipulate space within music, and I mean space is in like the distance between things, which is, it's almost an ethereal quality. I don't know enough about music production, if at all, to really understand what I'm talking about. So the space there, but also it feels like you're being taken to space quite often. Also, quickly, mumble rap, is that even a thing? I think if you're not coming from a purist standpoint with hip hop, and don't get me wrong, I love lyrical hip hop, of course. You can see in all the stuff that I've done over the last year, but the artists that aren't like that and then do that mumbly sound, like Future, I've not heard much Future. It's just a different type of music to me. It's all in the same great subgenre, but does it sound good? Ultimately, that's all that matters. Does it sound good? Yes, then, or no, and let's talk about why. Why is the interesting part, but if it does or doesn't sound good to you, that's ultimately all that matters with music. Are you entertained in a movie? Are you entertained in a game? Like, ultimately, that's what it always comes down to. And then it's great to break it down. Obviously, it's made a whole career breaking things down, trying to figure out why in all sorts of different mediums. But to me, that a lot of the mumble rap movement, if it's Future, if it's Migos, if it's this, Travis Scott even, sounds quite good to me. So call it what you want, don't matter.
Touchdown out in H-Town, then it might get ugly.
So much going on in this track.
Niggas, a whole army of them. I run the check up, I'm a hard nigga, don't tell my accountant on me. Donnie's in the city moving slow, 3500 for the coat. Only real niggas keep you flow.
It's a song about a coat. Is that what it was about? A coat. Right? Works.
Smoke with me, drink with me, lean like I'm Clark. Cop in the rape, then I throw it in park. You niggas some marks and you ain't got no heart. I know Lil' one gon' come with that A and that R. Hood nigga, fuck all that red carpet shit. Hood nigga, I fuck a red carpet bitch. I put a rose and a rust on my wrist. You can smell promethazine when I piss. I pray to God he bring me activists. Ain't nobody triller than Metro, ain't nobody triller than Scooter.
Just to add on to what I said before, I can pretty much understand everything he's saying, and it's full of bars, so don't know. It's dismissive, that mumble rap thing. It's dismissive for no reason. There are good artists and there are bad artists, there are genres, there are subgenres.
Only real niggas keep you flow. Only true niggas I know. 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 Only true niggas I know.
My bell tore the size of swimming pools. Backstroke to my children room. I do shit that you dreamed of. I was born with a mean mode. I was born with some nap hair, drinking breast milk out of a lean cup. Teddy boys my alias. Real niggas my radius. Emoji. Sad faces. Look at these niggas. I need to buy pocket books for these niggas.
In the city moving slow. Only real niggas keep you flow. Only true niggas I know. 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 Only true niggas I know.
Still 2 minutes left. It's mental. Another minute? How? That was the best ever song about a coat in the history of music, surely. When I saw 742, I was worried, to be honest. And even 3 minutes in, I was like, kind of done now. And then the 2 Chainz verse, and then that incredible atmospheric breakdown with the piano in the background, and then where it kept calling back to that main hook, and it got more and more distorted. The space kept changing. Do people I know people do understand how brilliant this guy is, but do people understand how brilliant this guy is? Do people understand how brilliant this guy is? Fucking hell. I'm only 3 tracks in. This video is already like 4 hours long. Right, wasted. Yeah, I know the feeling.
Take a sip, drowning in the shit. Coppers on my hip, I hold my head. I've been taking risks to make that money flip. Shots to the head. The racks and shoulders, just a little ounce. Only come to Houston if the boil out. Bow your head to a real one. Coming down with them made niggas. One skinny tatted nigga. Blunt flicker. Young the flame, hot spitter. Who can't hold this liquor? Yeah.
It's really going down in the goddamn side. I'm free, I'm country to the end. It's really.
Can't handle these drugs. It's only real niggas that can handle that shit, man.
Freeze coming out at night and they getting X-rated. 4 shots, now she wanna do the clip. Any more shots, she ain't gon' remember shit. Smoking on extendos, no clips. Project hoes going up in the red. The pussy bomb, I'm my detonator. Fuck her from the back, keep the neck for later. No magic trick, but I levitate her. With a magic stick, nothing less than greater. When I hit her with the dope D, I'm gone. Don't text me later, no extra favors.
This sounds like Trip Hop, the UK movement from the 90s. Massive Attack, Portishead. Other artists like that, Tricky. If you never heard music like that, go and check those 3 artists out.
What's poppin'?
What are you doing to me? I've heard this before, obviously. Even though I knew it was coming against me every time. That piano. I'm embarrassed for fans of music outside of the bigger world of hip hop, whatever you want to call it, who don't know about Travis Scott, who aren't talking about Travis Scott, who aren't excited about Travis Scott's music, who aren't bringing this guy into the conversation as like one of the best musicians in the world, from what I've heard. 5 tracks of this album, a couple of other tracks, and all of Astro World. I'm embarrassed for a representative. Not that I represent anybody apart from myself, but you know what I mean? This guy should be crossing genres. This guy should be transcending all of that nonsense. It just should be. Oh man, this track features The Weeknd. Dude, I can't do this, and I'm only 6 tracks in. How many tracks are there? Oh my god, there's 16.
No rain for love.
Oh, this sounds amazing already.
Say love, just as lonely.
Animated, got me feeling kinda lit. Contemplating, fornicating, might as well fuck up some shit. They looking at me way too crazy, got me feeling communist, but I'm just trying to say the throne. Pray for bones, pray for sticks.
Don't pray for love.
Bass.
Just absolutely.
Challenges, promises, get down, heartbreak.
We ain't on no more. I'ma take you from the first to the 90s.
A lot more subject matter in this track, obviously. So none of you know in this track, yeah. A lot more substance in the previous track, from what I can tell.
Underrated is an understatement. They tryna test greatness. A nigga tryna get paid. These
That
niggas
voice.
fiends watching all of my moves. Cause the music like crack got me cooking all day. And if I did, you know my kids will be ballin'. And my daughter gon' never meet a nigga like me. My niggas pull up in that Rolls Royce like they
Hell of a
sell
lyric,
a
man.
Coke boy. Shout out to the Coke boys.
That is
They
raw
never
honesty.
pray for us.
Of your life, let's have the after party at my place. Hey, do you have some spare change on me? I've got hundreds I'll throw in your face.
I got this money, tell me what you want.
Yeah, I was about to say this track wasn't doing much for me, but then the production's just taken over, and there's that weird like kind of off siren in the background, and it's just soaring in the background. Like lyrically, you know, it kind of is what it is. I've always found these types of subject matters not particularly interesting, but he just makes it. See, there's a kind of griminess to this and a nastiness to this, and I like the fact that he seems to, like The Weeknd before actually, and other artists that I've heard, but these guys in particular seem to operate in 2 frames of mind at the same time. They have this sort of almost like the yin and yang, right? They have the kind of beautiful side and the dark side, and they mix it all together, and you know, they create something special with it. So even in a track that so far is still not loving it as much as any of the others, the first 6 are just unbelievable. So a ridiculously high bar. Not liking it as much, but yeah, the production's just started to take over. So now, I mean, it's a long one again. Let's see where it goes.
Order more bottles, order more models, order more hours. Shots on the island, hotter than the summer. The winter couldn't
This is good.
chill.
I take it back. This is good.
Yeah, order more bottles, order more models, order more hours. Shots on the island.
Someone kill the lights. I brought the party favors, just get pipe.
Order more miles, order more hours. Shots on the island, hotter than the summer. The winter couldn't chill.
I've been thinking about this as it's been playing. This track's actually kind of become great again. But I've been thinking about this. This is going to sound a little bit wanky to use an English phrase, alright? But this song's almost like a pastiche of your classic, typical flex club night out hip hop track, right? And what I mean by pastiche is not a parody. It's not a piss take. It's like a recreation of a genre piece, but still being that genre piece, right? There's an almost postmodernism to it in that respect, and you know, there's plenty of postmodernism which I don't like, but sometimes artistically it can be fantastic. This is simultaneously that track and also about that track. It's it's poking fun at that lifestyle while existing in that lifestyle. It's kind of its own dichotomy. Like I said, I'm going into it a little bit. It's a far more sophisticated and intelligent and cerebral track, but it is still very much a genre piece, club banger. Travis Scott is 23 when he made this. I shouldn't keep bringing age up, but like, what the fuck? This should be the music that he was making in his mid-30s. So what the hell is his music going to be like when he's in his mid-30s? Right, sorry, need to bring us back. Start again. No. Man, this is like... I mean, this is my shit.
I use the face as the urinal, then do the same at your funeral. Piss in your grave, piss in your grave, piss in your grave, piss in your grave, piss in your grave,
Lovely.
Piss in your grave. This one here for the executives. Fuck you and all of your relatives. Piss in your grave.
You've changed.
Got treated like slaves, young niggas treated like slaves. This the moment I've been waiting for. This why I moved to Cali, stepped outside and got shaded for. Told mama, bitch, get back in the door. I've been coming up and down, and nigga can't take no more. We about to go away. The streets is not safe. These niggas ain't playing. These niggas ain't playing. These niggas ain't playing. This for my fam. This for the fam. Do this for the fam. I'm your grave. I piss in your face. I piss in your bitch. I piss in your day. Fuck is you saying? Fuck is you saying? Fuck is you saying? Don't you open up that window?
I've got nothing. How's there half an album left? That if listen, man, if I hadn't been on the headphones, downside of the headphones, sound amazing. Couldn't get up and lose it in this room. There's no room to lose it, but lose it I would have. Had to piss on your grave. That was fucking incredible. This album is a joke. I have to take a break. I have to stop. I'm going to come back and do the rest of the album. Like I said, it's all going to be in one video. You don't even need to see this. I can't give the rest of this album justice after that. I need to have a breather, man. It's not even just like listening to it, like, because you're listening, stopping, talking, listening, stopping, talking. I'm already an hour in. The whole album's only an hour 15. I'd end up recording for like 2.5 straight hours. If you see me in a different outfit, straight back into Antidote. Alright, like I said, I'm going to stop now. But I'll be back. Anyway. This is a very silly song, but again, production it's just ridiculous. It is just ridiculous. I don't even like stopping these songs, but the nature of these vids is you got to stop and have a little chat. But yeah, lyrically it's very silly, but musically it's phenomenal.
Popping pills is all we know. Inhales is all we know. Don't go through the front door.
Of course it changes.
Everything happened at the night show. Ooh, at the night show. Anything happened at the night show. Ooh, had to catch a flight for the night show. Ooh, let's get bite though. Bottles got us right though. Stacking up day to day, young nigga. You know you gotta go get it, my nigga. They hating, they staking, they waiting. Don't be mistaken, we dying, they stand. Lord, I'm on fire, they thinking I'm saved. Calling me crazy on different occasions.
Phenomenal song, again. He's not missed. Straight to Impossible. Already like this noise. Short one at 4 minutes 3 seconds.
This the time when the you should be home, yeah. It's the late night, you know the deal. On a late night, don't wanna chill. Yeah, I'm on the west. Split a pack of the woods down. Ride with me, yeah, you wish you could now. Always come and go and never fail.
I was just about to say, it feels like the further you get listening to the album, the more kind of fucked up you're getting if you're drinking or doing whatever else. And then I noticed that the next track is actually a track that I've heard, Maria I'm Drunk with Justin Bieber and Young Thug. Well, it's not out yet. By the time that this video launches, it'll be coming to Rock Reacts soon. It may already be out by the time you watch this. Probably launching next week or so. But we have heard that track. But yeah, just kind of like sums up my point. And then by then you are drunk. And then what happens after that? We still got another 5 tracks. Let's keep going.
You the one I call when I'm stressed. It's the time of year when I'm alone. It's the time of the year we did our own. Yeah. Rosters rolling and bins up in here. Bondings popping them bars up. Mind to run up the bands up. Make them gun claps in here. Nights like this, nights like this. I wish I could do the impossible. I can do the impossible.
Tricky track to react to, that one, just because it was just kind of like a mood piece. Coming off the previous track, it's like coming off the previous track as well. I mean, yeah, you could kind of see, like, if I was just listening to that for the first time without being on camera, I'd have just shut my eyes, like, laid in the bed, the headphones on. Like a lot of this album, to be honest. Very, very good. I don't think it was the strongest track on the album, kind of a bit of a filler, but at the same time, sonically, it was still fantastic. Like I said, I've heard this track, Maria I'm Drunk. The video will either be up on Rock Reacts now or coming soon. So, yeah, I always wanted to be up front when I have heard stuff, but only heard it once. So I actually can't remember how it went, but as soon as it starts, I remember.
Call your friends, let's get drunk. 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 Hey!
Basically, it's ridiculous. There's like 5 billion instruments going on with the autotune with Young Thug and everything. Yeah, I get it. I get why people are raving about this track, definitely.
Us in a day. I've been drinking all day. I've been floating all day. Bring your ass over here. And you know what? How I stay.
Yeah, I need ski. Yeah. Bitch brown like Hennessy. Bitch. Big blood like Freddy and Dreams. Bitch. Dressed in a tie like the Dean. Bitch. Drunk and in love. My baby.
Yes, the last 3 since Piss in Your Grave have been, yeah, just like very, again, just like soaring through. It's like transportative, soaring into the mind and the world and the crazy sort of darkness and space, but also like reality and trap style as a Travis Scott. It's so unique. It's incredible. It really is incredible. Difficult to react to those 3 songs, I think. But that is the reaction as well.
I be flying high, shorty, I be flying high.
I was about to say, I felt like it needed to pick up a little bit. If we're going to go another 5 tracks, like you could end the album there, I think, and that'll be a classic. But if we're going to do another 5 tracks, one of which is 7 minutes long, then we needed a little pickup, and I think that's what's coming now.
I be flying high, yeah, I be flying high, shawty, I be flying high, yeah, I be flying high, yeah. Don't fuck with cops, oh no, we don't fuck with cops. In my backseat, I got 4 freaks who love how my sneakers.
It's true, it seems like flying's all I do. All I do. There's no one seeing it next.
I've heard that before. Is that Pharrell or something? Let me know. I've heard that before, right?
I be flying high, yeah, I be flying high, shawty, I be flying high, yeah, I be flying high, shawty.
This track is all over the place. It's like a fucking club banger. Now it sounds like the beginning of GTA San Andreas. Before it sounded like an English group called Everything Everything. For a bit there, they're like a kind of sort of mathematical indie rock band. All over the place.
I be flying high, shorty, I be flying high. I be flying high, shorty, I be flying high. I be flying high, shorty, I be flying high.
Song was superb. Exactly what the album needed at that point as well, as a pick me up, a banger, but definitely not a generic banger, a weird ass Travis Scott banger with all sorts of weird influences and everything like that. That's It's great. I'm only 3 tracks in after the break. 4. I'm glad I took that break, because honestly I couldn't have even spoken, I think, if I'd done all this in one go. Okay, I Can Tell. Let's go.
I can tell, baby, I can tell. I can tell, baby, I can tell. I can tell. I can tell by the night tales and the dry spells, all the wrong ones and the right things to stay away from. Come take a dive of waterfall in the deep end. I can tell you about the nights out in Fort Bend. I can tell, baby, I can tell. You ain't got no damn. And all my ideas before the cornrows, how we came up. I've been impulsive, non-emotional, staying humble about it. Tilt the posture, sick, past the bottle. 504 hot boys, might as a bad rap like Silk the Shocker. Top of papa, pill, papa, seal to forget about you. A boomba clutch, a bomba, block a shot you. Blinga, blinga, banger, rapper, banger, ring, I brought my money.
The piano, dude. Piano, it's like with the reverb and the distort, it's just like it feels like it's like over there, like in the distance, and it's just haunting, just soundtracking everything. And then
Come over there. I can tell, baby, I can tell.
I got nothing. I got nothing left. It's 3 more tracks. One of them 7 minutes long. I got nothing left. You can see. What more can I say? What can I add? This song's called Apple Pie. Maybe it's going to be rubbish. It's not though, is it? Even though it's called Apple Pie.
Still that nigga with diamonds on my blocker. I say when they come at me, I bet they have some backup. I want your apple pie, no, yeah. I don't want your apple pie, mama. I don't want your apple pie.
Production saving this track. Lyrically, I could have. I knew it was going to be silly with that name. It is silly, but production's so good. That weird guitar that suddenly sort of like soars in and then disappears out of tune. Saving it. But yeah, I mean, it's still amazing.
Oh, legacy. Yeah, I don't want your apple pie, mama. I need my own pepper grease, my own legacy, my own recipe. I came to get it nominated from a spot that y'all seen Bun B blow up. I hate to break your heart, I better make a mark that y'all see a legacy go up. And I don't want your apple pie, mama. I don't want to dap up niggas blocking me. Roxanne tonight, yep. Roxanne tonight, yep.
Decided to cross those little guys, you've obviously been ill-advised. Yet and still, the question that arises to the mind.
Kind of feels. I mean, this is the deluxe edition, so I don't know if these are bonus tracks or these are normal parts of the album. These next 2 tracks, I assume they're normal parts of the album, especially as there's 7-minute songs on there. But yeah, that again, like Apple Pie, I thought there was a moment where I was like, nah, but yeah, ended up being a brilliant track, all over the place again. I kind of lost the will to be analytical. Especially, I might just let this song take me. To be honest, I might just let this track take me. See what happens.
Okay. I don't really know it's gonna be alright, but we going over might be all night. The niggas in. Okay. Let's get this shit lit right. Need my drugs alright. Call my bitch up, she gon' suck this dick for white. A little water, double little, them bitches scared. Shoulda never let the niggas in. Shoulda never let the niggas in.
Bottom bitch say ho. No, you on top when the top get flow.
Shoulda never let the niggas in.
Got my first M 2012. Another 100K in the mail. Free another homie on bail. Money low, pussy.
Assuming this is Schoolboy Q, I've not heard Schoolboy Q's music before. Heard the name plenty. Seen the name loads. Yeah, great voice on him. It's difficult to tell bars rise in a track like this, all the echo and jumping between ears and everything like that. But yeah, intrigued to hear more Schoolboy Q, definitely.
Nigga, green grass, no golf, so on. Turn the satellite off from the set for like a dot on that cross. Hang on.
Preparing myself.
There's blood on your face, salt on your skin.
It was gone. I was gone. I don't even know where I went then. It was just gone to a completely different place. 3-minute song to end it. How can you follow that? Never catch me. Nobody's going to catch you, Travis, because there's nobody like you. You're the most innovative mainstream artist in the world. Nobody's even close.
Picture being locked in the box selling beats cause you need dollars. They say I can make it to the league, mama. $500 all we need, mama. Couple drinks down the road, see, I'm tipsy, I'm faces, I look like an emoji. The rap for a turn on me, all these phones on us. How do I dodge these zombies? They want my soul from me.
Nine light years away.
You have to be careful when you come off hearing an album or a project for the first time. You have to be careful about what you say. But if that is not in my top 10 albums of all time, and I have to have a real think, and that may be a ridiculous thing to say coming off a first listen, but if that's not in my top 10 albums of all time now, I'll be amazed. And if not, it's knocking on the door. I said it a minute ago. Easily the most innovative artist in mainstream music right now. I would have given that award to Kanye for a long time. Different level. You also point me in directions of other artists, bands, anything that you might think might fit that bill. I know there's probably more experimental artists out there that you could argue are more innovative, but I also think that there's something to be said for music that sounds good. Not saying that artists like that don't sound good, but you know what I mean. Point me in the direction of other artists, please. If you've made it this far, forgive the lack of analysis or insight or anything towards the end of that. I was gone, dude. I'm glad that I did that in 2 sittings. I'm sure the album would have had even more of an effect listening to it all in one go, but at the same time, while you're recording with a bright light on, trying to talk, trying to dissect, trying to at least say something of some substance. I'm glad I did it like that, because I think that it would have been the back end of the album and I would have just sat there. So yeah, again, thank you so much if you made it this far. I know these videos are long, but that's the kind of the idea, and thank you so much for recommending this. It was always going to be something I got to eventually, but there was real appetite for it straight away, so I'm super glad I got to it. I'm also excited that there's definitely I'm right in saying there's another whole Travis Scott proper label album in between this and Astroworld. I've heard Astroworld only once all the way through, actually, and I know he's had stuff before this as well. More Travis Scott to listen to is no bad thing. I don't think I've ever heard him do anything that's pretty much less than an 8 out of 10. There was 10s on there. Let's have a quick look before we finish the video. Tracks that were brilliant. Pornography, brilliant. On My Decide, brilliant. 3500, best song ever about a coat. Wasted, brilliant. 92 No, already brilliant. Pray for Love, phenomenal. Nightcrawler, one of the best club songs I ever heard. Piss in Your Grave, broke me, had to stop. Antidote, lovely. Impossible, Journey. Maria, I'm Drunk, again, Journey. Flying High, good pick me up. I Can Tell, ridiculous. Apple Pie, thought it was shit, ended up being great. Okay, alright. I don't even know what to say about that. It was just... I may have gone to a different planet, and then Never Catch Me was a cool way to finish with these weird Miami Vice drums. Phenomenal album. I'd be hard pressed to give it anything less than 10 out of 10 overall if I was to score it. Amazing. Again, thank you very much for watching. Please come tell me your feelings on the album below. Tell me where I should go next as well. But please don't just come and offer a suggestion. If you do, just come and have a chat as well, because I read brilliant comments on here on Rock Reacts, and I really do open my ears and eyes to different artists and different music, and all sorts of different ways of thinking about music as well. So please do come and drop that. Likes and shares matter a hell of a lot in videos like this in terms of getting into the YouTube system, so if you could, that would be fantastic. And of course, please do subscribe. You know, if you made it this far, I'd hope that you probably already had. But thank you very much for watching. God knows how long this video is going to be. The recording time, I will tell you, over 2 sessions is 1 hour 48 minutes. Pretty long. So yeah, obviously that will be chopped up to something a bit more palatable, but please do subscribe. Let me know. I'll be doing a full album reaction once a week, plus other stuff on this channel to do with music, and maybe some other stuff too, but we'll see. And also obviously check me out on Rock Reacts as well. I've been John Denton. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.